TV. And now it's time for this afternoon's session of Children's GBC with George Buxton, as he gets to present loads of programmes today, including another new episode of Titch, and as well as another new one from Four Ways Farm. Enjoy! Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to Children's GBC on a fine Tuesday afternoon. Well, it's 27th of April today, and so that you know that I'm so glad to be back doing those continuities here in this household of Brind again. Yeah, because mind you, it has been a lot of weeks though. Yeah, well, since that we get into addicting on getting those out of the way now. So anyways, I'm glad to be back here again. Right, so here we go with our first programme of the day. And yes, it's going to be called Bananas in Pyjamas. And in this particular special today, I think it's going to be all about a bumping and a jumping, you know, boing, 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 that sort of thing. Yeah, anyways, I sure hope you're in for a spot of jumping time in today's special of Bananas in Pyjamas.
Bananas in pyjamas are coming down the stairs. Bananas in pyjamas are coming down in pairs. Bananas in pyjamas are chasing teddy bears. 'Cause on Tuesdays they all try to catch them unawares.
It was such a beautiful afternoon that after lunch, everyone in Cuddles Avenue did.
Was Bananas in Pyjamas, and mind you, well, I'm sure glad that they've enjoyed doing a lot of bumping and jumping, because otherwise, he would have been bumped into each other, because they're a bright pair of bananas when they bump. But it wasn't their fault, because it's just the way, sometimes we all get clumsy with bumping, but jumping was great exercise, really. So the next programme now, and yeah, you guessed it, and it's time for another new episode of Titch. Woo! Yay! Okay, so here we go with Titch, and in today's episode it's called Spotty Titch, and I think that Titch, I think he's coming up with some chicken pox or something. Yeah, I guess that could explain why he was a bit spotty. But anyways, you'll find out why in this episode of Titch today. Just a reminder that there'll be another new episode of Titch, which is only happening this coming Friday at the same time. Playdays is coming up next, though, here on Children's GBC. And that was Titch. Well, mind you, I'm so glad that Titch is feeling better now, and he's probably cured because there's no more spots on himself. But one thing for certain, Peter and Mary has got some spots now. Yeah, I guess you could say it was catching. Right, anyways, the next programme now is Playdays. And in today's episode, it takes place at the roundabout stop. Yeah, I think we're taking a break from the 10 stop for quite a while. So, obviously, it's the one with Mr. Jolly. And this time, I think today's nursery rhyme is going to be called Bar Bar Black Sheep.
Have you any wool?
Well, what do you think, Robert? Does it look like I've got 3 bags of full?
Well, you certainly haven't got 3 bags full at the moment, have you?
Well, let's just say, no sir, I've got no bags full. Nothing for the master or the day or the little boy who lives down the lane. Yeah, nice one, Brind.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Anyway, here's Playdays anyway.
It's the play bus! But where does it go? Where does it stop? Watch for the sign of the lollipop. Stop! It's the roundabout stop.
Hello there. Welcome to the roundabout stop. Hello, Rosie. You got another puzzle for us to solve today? Oh, did you hear that? Sounded like farm animals to me. See you next week at the roundabout stop for another one of Rosie's puzzles. Bye.
Was Playdays. Well, mind you, yeah, that Bar Bar Black Sheep is like a nursery rhyme. Yeah, but did you know that sometimes in a certain classic nursery rhyme VHS from Longman video, they actually featured a real black sheep. Yeah, but that didn't happen in Playdays though. Yeah, and before anyone else asks, yes sir, or should I say, yes Brind, 3 bags full. Here you are.
Well, thank you. So, what's our next programme now, eh?
Well, the next programme now is Gumdrop. And in today's episode, now, I know this is a bit unusual, because it's part of the series, or what me and Robin have broadcast, so obviously that we're having Gumdrop's Merry Christmas. That's if you're in for an early sort of Christmas thing, really. Well, enjoy this episode, as it is part of a series after all.
It was a snowy Christmas Eve. Inside a small garage was a remarkable car. Perfectly well.
And that was Gumdrop. Well, mind you, they certainly had a very good Christmas. Yeah, despite it's a bit too early for Christmas, or it's probably too late, no doubt. But it is part of a series after all. So yeah, I don't think we'll be broadcasting this ever again. Well, not until our next Christmas anyway, which is fine. As Strawbread mentioned, yeah, that Christmas episode will be on repeat, only for the festive period of time. So anyways, now, the next programme now is 4 Ways Farm, and in today's episode, it's called 3 of a Kind. And what does he mean by that? Well, let's find out.
Oh, the the wind blows east and the wind blows west on Four Ways Farm. The animals all have had their rest on Four Ways Farm. The animals wake up one by one and say hello to the morning sun. Work to do and jobs to be done on Four Ways Farm.
Morning, Davenport. Morning, Mother. Night.
I'll say, Nigel.
And that was Four Ways Farm. Well, mind you, yeah, that episode was pretty strange, though. Because when that episode said free of a kind, I thought it meant it was like 3 bad rats or something. But obviously it wasn't. So obviously it's just free of a kind. So the next programme now, and this is the first for Children's GBC. Now here's a show that I remember watching as a kid, along with my brother Tom, who used to watch it first. So here is Super Mario Brothers 3, The Adventures of. And in today's episode, and I think it's called Sneaky, Lying, Cheating, Giant Ninja Koopas. That's when the Koopas gets all huge. Well, anyway, so I'm sure you'll find out in this episode today. So here's the premiere of it.
It is a legend no one will forget. Everyone thought King Koopa had left the Mushroom Kingdom. And then his doom ship attacked. King Koopa was back with the greatest danger ever known, his Koopa kids. Using their new superpowers, the Super Mario Brothers rescued Princess Toadstool and beat back the evil Koopa family. I'll get those plumbers!
Super Mario Brothers 3, The Adventures of. Yeah, mind you, well, I'm so glad that Mario has managed to save everyone from the Mushroom Kingdom, from King Koopa, otherwise known as Bowser. But anyways, about that cage, right, the parrot is not very happy with him destroying it, though, and he's going to peck Mario for sure. Anyways, here's another Children's GBC premiere now, and the next one is, and this is the last programme of the day, and it's The Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog. And in today's episode, and I think it's called Super Special Sonic Search and Smash Squad. Now, that's the first ever episode to begin with. Well, enjoy going so fast. And as they say, gotta go fast.
Meow?
Excuse me, I think I'm back on air. Meow? Hey, who stopped meowing? Kidding, dieters. Of course it's me. Ow! Yeah, don't worry, viewers. I was just joking. As Strawberry's already mentioned about this meow thing, I'm not on about Sonic the Hedgehog 2020 movie. I'm on about the original. Now, anyways, that was The Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog, and I'm sure we'll have some more of it on Friday, but when Sonic is in love with, well, whoever the other hedgehog is. Well, you'll find out on this coming Friday, in fact. And of course, as for episode 2, I will be broadcasting out on a different day, really, so that we can just get that out of the way. So anyways, that's pretty much about it for today on Children's GBC, and I will be back again on Friday morning and as well as either Wednesday or Thursday. That depends on what I pick, really. So anyways, this is George Buxton signing off. Bye everyone. See you on Friday morning. You're watching GTV, and now it's time to head on down to Yeovil now in St John's Church for a special Palm Sunday of Songs of Praise, and here to introduce by Ian Gow.
There's only one proper way to see the whole of the helicopter.
This is GTV, and let's hope that no one will be able to sing the terrible theme tune of... All right, who did that? Sorry, George. I think it was me this time. I was just acting as no hair bear. Oh, very funny, Andy. Very funny. Oh, and I heard that you've already put Songs of Praise on earlier. Yes, I did, Andy, but that's finished now. Oh, okay. Right, sorry if I interrupt. That's all right. Anyways, as I was saying, this is GTV, and it's time for Neighbours. Oh, God. Here's an episode of Neighbours.